Hi everyone. As you can see today, I'm on the old V-Star. This is the first chance in, oh gosh, it's been well over a month that I've had an opportunity to ride this girl. We've had a lot of weather issues in the southeast and a lot of rain, and cold weather's come in early, and the few chances I've had to ride, my wife has wanted to go along, so we always take the Spider when it's the two of us. But I want to do my little attempt at Throwback Thursday. I don't usually do one, but I thought I'd like to tell you a story a little bit about my life back in high school. Now, coming up through junior high and high school, I had three really tight, close friends. They were my best friends. And so I can make sure they're anonymous, I'm just gonna call them Jack and Bob and Chris. Okay, and I knew two of them since junior high school, and the other I'd known since I was a little child. He'd been a neighbor, lived about 3 houses down from when I was just a little kid. But anyway, I want to tell you a story about high school. Now, we kind of hung out together. We were our own little clique, and we weren't real popular. You know, we weren't the popular kids. I had been a jock and played a lot of sports in junior high, and but when I got to high school, I found out real quick I was a little too small and a little too short and a little too light for basketball and football. I think I played a little bit of baseball with the high school, but on the team, I think it was just my what would that have been, my 10th grade, and but I didn't last long in there because, quite frankly, I didn't have the talent for it. But so we used to all hang around. Now my folks are really good about letting my friends come over. In fact, they welcomed them in there. We had a little room we called the den, which had a TV and a couch, an easy chair, and plenty of room for us to be in there. We'd come in after school, and my mom was always good about having something to eat for us to eat, some cookies or, you know, cake, pie, something. You know, she'd make a sandwich. She always had something for us, so they would come by after school, and we'd hang around a little bit, watch a little TV. We'd watch Gilligan's Island and, you know, and Beverly Hillbillies, all the stuff that was in reruns in the afternoon. And but I want to tell you real quick a story about my friend I'm going to call Jack. Now he was the lady killer of the three of us. One of the three guys went off to a private school, boarding school down in Florida, so he didn't get to hang with us much during the high school years. But the other two guys were there with me, and we'll just say Jack here in this case. Jack was the lady killer, and he hooked up with this really cute girl, I want to say in 10th grade, and dated her steady. They went steady all the way through 12th grade till they graduated. And they were hot and heavy, and you know how kids are in high school, especially when you get a little older in high school. And the inevitable happened, and they really formed a tight bond, and we were all sure that the two of them were going to be together forever, and I'm pretty sure they figured that out too. And but tell you a story about them. They used to, my friend Bob and I would be, just give you an average Friday night. Now, I didn't really date anybody much until I got into 12th grade, but say in 10th and 11th grade, my friend Bob and I'd be over there. We'd be in the den watching TV. Well, the den was right along beside the driveway coming in the house, and usually the curtains were drawn, but not always. But we'd be sitting there, say on a Friday night or a Saturday night, and Jack would come by with his girlfriend, and they'd come in and just visit, you know, just for they'd stay about, you know, 20-30 minutes. We'd sit and talk, watch a little TV. Well, and then he'd say, you know, it'd be about 9 o'clock, and he would say, oh, well, we gotta go, we got places to go, things to do. And so he would take off. He'd get up and leave. Well, we never paid any attention to it, because like I said, the blinds were usually closed alongside the driveway there. And so, you know, Bob and I, we'd go back to watching TV and shooting the stuff. And what we used to like to do, this is back in the day when your convenience stores didn't stay open 24 hours. And we had a store called 7-Eleven, and it was named that because it opened at 7 in the morning and it closed at 11 at night. So about 11:15, Bob and I would go out and hop in the car and run up to the closest the closest 7-Eleven to us and get a soft drink, or soft drinks and Reese's cups were really big back then. For some reason we really like, I still love Reese's cups and I still drink soft drinks, but that's what we were into. And so we'd hop up, go ahead on out there. Back at that time, you could get a 16-ounce, I believe it was a Coke. You could get a 16-ounce Coke and a Reese's cup for right at $1. I think it was $1 and a couple of pennies was the way they were pricing them back then at our 7-Eleven. Well, we did this for months and months on end, and not Jack wouldn't come by every weekend, but it pretty regular. He'd come by every, I'd say 3 times. I'd say at least 3 or 4 times a month. He and his girlfriend would come by and visit us for a little while, and about 9 o'clock, 9:30, they'd excuse themselves and take off. So we didn't think anything of it. We're young, naive kids. Well, one night, excuse me, it was a little earlier than normal. We were sitting around, it was about 10:15, probably maybe 10:30, and we said, well, heck, let's just head on up there to the 7-Eleven now. Well, we go out the back door, and lo and behold, parked in my parents' driveway is my friend Jack's station wagon. And we don't see Jack, and we don't see his girlfriend. And there are no lights in the back of the house. We don't turn any lights on just to go out and get in the car. And so we go and we walk up to the car, and we walk along the side, and doggone if that car isn't jumping up and down a little bit. It's rocking a little bit side to side. I'm not going to lie and say I heard anything, but that's the way it was going. And that dog and his girlfriend had been parking in my parents' driveway all this time, and that was their safe place to go park, where they knew the cops wouldn't bother them and nobody would bother them. And I just thought to myself, that's just pure genius. Now, why couldn't I thought of that? Well, of course, why couldn't I had a girlfriend that I could have done that with too? But that's just one of the craziest and funniest things that ever happened back there at my parents' house, for sure. And we still laugh about that. But I thought I would share it with you while I rode through the covered bridge. Hope you guys are having a great day. And if you're in the United States, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. If you're not in the United States, well, I hope you just have a great day anyway. Take care. Bye-bye.